back again to my tutorials. Today what we're going to be doing, we're going to put some holes in this man's arm to make it a bit more 3D looking, and in his head. So the first thing we're going to be doing is duplicate the background layer. Yep. Hide the back one. Now we're going to go straight into his arm here. And what we're going to do, we are going to use a pen tool. Just in case you haven't used a pen tool before, it's pretty straightforward. Grab it, starting point, click, go to the end point where you're going to have this line and click. Now, with most of Photoshop, especially with Macs and everything else, hold down the command key. What you do, you click in the middle there, call yourself another anchor point. Hold down the command key, and then you can move it whichever way you like. And that's pretty good. We'll leave it with that. Do another one. Now I want to make this more seamless, so it's more rounded. So I'm going to hold down the command key. I'm just going to move it like that. You can do whatever you like with it. I'll put another anchor point in the middle there, so it humps over. Down there. It's looking pretty good actually, so I won't have to muck around with that too much. Go up there, put another anchor point there. Now this is a little bit tricky. Just getting around that little corner edge there. Okay, go straight up, put another anchor point over here. His arm sticks out that way. And there, put another anchor point there. Done. This is how you work with paths. It's pretty straightforward. Right click it and make a selection. 2 feathers is fine. Now what I'm going to do with that, you can go mask, and then you'd have to invert the image. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go delete. So delete that section. Alright. Now the background one, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get that. I'm going to clone stamp the background. Where is it? There it is. I'm going to clone stamp that and put it into there. So basically all I'm doing now, get that much there and bring it over like that. That's what we want. Now I know it looks a little bit tricky and everything else, but trust me, that's just the image we're after. Click on the background layer. Now paste that section that we cut out of his arm, and we put that back in there, but we're going to put it back in not precisely exactly how it was, like that. Now we're going to go to image, adjustments, brightness, bring it down, put a little bit more. That'll do us. That's fine. Don't muck around with the contrast and stuff like that. That's fine. Now we're going to get, we can go through and get the pen tool again, but it's a lot easier, trust me. Just use the lasso tool. While we still got it selected there, I'm just going to go around something like that and delete that. Now what you can see here is it's starting to look a bit more 3D. This is what we're after. Now that was a pretty sharp cut. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the eraser tool here just to blend it out a bit more. So I'm going to hold down the R key to rotate it. I'm just going to go around like this, so it's not so harsh, the clean cut. Although the whole image is quite crystal clear, but if we do it like that, it looks 10 times better. Right. Now back to the layers. Now what we're going to do, we're going to put ourselves a dark area inside there. We're going to put some shading. So make sure we got it selected. So you take that off, just got the arm there, everything else. Make sure you got it selected. Now you can do anything. You can select it by just holding down the command key and just selecting it like that if you want. It's up to you. Or you can just use the magic wand tool. doesn't matter. A new layer, paintbrush. Make sure you get yourself a nice, decent size. No hardness, no spacing. We want it nice and fuzzy. Black color. Now, because we're looking at where the light's coming from. So the light source is coming from here. So basically, what we're going to do, we're just going to put it something like that. Actually, I need a bigger brush. Something like that. And that one. Yep, that looks good. That'll do us. That's looking good. So we're starting to get we're starting to get places here now. We're starting to go places. Starting to look pretty good. And it's quite deceiving because he's on an even angle, so when you're looking at the photo, it looks a bit weird. Alright, now I'm just going to blur. I'm just going to use holding the R key, move it around. That black area I just did, because we selected the other area and we painted right up against the edge, it's a very, I'm going to say, sharp edge we've got there, which we don't want. So I'm just going to blur it with the blur tool, just so it blurs in. Okay, so we come back out. Okay, that's good. Right. Now, if we want to, we can actually flatten all these layers at the moment and then continue like that, but we're not going to do that, not yet. Too much fun. I'm having too much fun here. Get the pen tool again, but before we select the pen tool, we get the paintbrush tool. So we've got a nice decent size coming down because we're going to do the highlight around here. Now we've got a nice size. Let's check the size. Let's see what the size looks like. No, it's a bit too big. Okay, so we'll take it down in size. Hardness, we want a little bit of hardness, not too much. Right, okay. Now, and we want the light color, like we did very originally. Hold down the R key and move the whole image. Now we go to the pen tool, like we did before, click there, and then I'll click there, click in the middle, hold down the command key, and let's maneuver this around a bit, like that. Probably need another anchor point there. What I'm doing, I'm trying to focus on the white part of your skin there. Just another one there, put another anchor point there, and go underneath. That should do us. Now, what we're doing here is completely different to last time. You're going to right click the path, stroke path. Now, simulate the brush pressure, it doesn't matter about that, but it's the brush tool, yes, and hit enter. There we go. So, I'll go to select, move it around like that. Now, the pen was a bit too thick for that. And what I can do, I can go to image, brightness. I can do anything with this one now. This little path we just used. Now it's a little bit too thick, so instead of using all these other tools to minimize the size and everything else, just going to use the eraser tool here and get a nice decent hardness, no spacing, take it down in size. It's going to go like this. Oops, a bit too much. And just minimize the size because it's a little bit too thick for what we're trying to do here, what we're trying to accomplish. I'm going to get the, I'll just rotate the image back out again. So we're right where we are. We've got that there. Hold down that move tool and use the arrows. That's the best way to do to tackle something like this. That looks good. That looks good. And the thing is, we can go around these edges here, and because it's a rasterized path, it's been changed now. It's no longer a path. It's been used now as something else, so we can do what we want with it now. We can change colors, we can do anything with it. I'm just using the eraser tool uh, just to fix off the edges like that. That's it. I want it to come down and we want it to come back up. Something like that. That looks good. I might even get that to come down a little bit. Yeah. Now we're going to do the same thing here, the black part. Then we're going to do another one on the inside, which is behind him with the white one. So what we might do, I might just get the pen tool again, create a new layer. And what we might do this time, we'll make sure that the pen tool is a little bit smaller in size. So is that what we're looking at? Yeah, it's probably a bit too big. So I'll take it down to a 6. Yep, that'll do. Get the pen tool. There. To there. Put the anchor point about here because that's where I'm going to drag it in. Hold down the Command key. Nearly there. And this one, little anchor point. And just put it there like that. I'll right click that. Stroke path. Okay. And hit enter. And now it's rasterized. You can do whatever you want with that now. What I might do with this one, I might just take the opacity down, because don't forget this is in the background, it's behind his arm. Right, another layer, and this time get the pen tool again. Get a nice decent smaller size, not too much, and get to the color picker and get ourselves a nice dark part of his arm to sample. Get the pen tool again, from there, and click from there to there, put an anchor point. Let's try and work out where's the deepest part here. And this angle would be about here. So I click there for the anchor point, hold down the Command key, go down like that. And I'm pretty sure that's good. Right click it, stroke path. Okay, and enter. Now I'm going to have to get the eraser tool and erase that and that. It is quite thick actually, but let's zoom out and see what it looks like. Yeah, it's looking, yeah, not that good. So we're going to rotate it. We're just going to use the eraser tool and take some of that out. I'm just going to make sure where's the edge of the line. Alright, I'm just going to take it out. Something like that. It's basically looking like 3D, so there's like, you know, it's not real. And bring that down like that. It's pretty good. Rotate tool. Now that background one there, that white one, it's a bit too bright. So I'm just going to click on it. So it identifies where it is in the layer menu. And bring the opacity down. That looks better. That looks more realistic. Okay, now this black one, I'll just click on it. It identifies where it is. That'll do. Alright. The white one, I might move it across this way, just with the arrow keys. Up. Yep, that'll do. That looks good. Now we need to put some more light on this one, just here. It's very time consuming, I know, but it gives good results at the end. Alright. Color. Pen tool. From there to there. Put the anchor point there. Oops. Anchor point. Another anchor point there. Down to there. That's just fine. Put him up. The good thing about this is that you can do so much. You right click the path, stroke path, hit OK, and enter. Unfortunately, I did that with, I mixed it up with the other path. It's alright, no worries, Command, we'll just go like that, that'll do us. Right click, stroke path, okay, enter. Now that's too thick. With the eraser tool, bring that down like that. Yeah, the trick is not to make sure that you get the pen part first worked out. Alright, so we can move that like that. Okay. What I might do, I might just warp that. Edit. Warp. Just warp it down. There. Change it so it's a little bit brighter. That matches that one. Pen to eraser tool. Just erase parts of it like that. It's got a bit more 3D look to it. And that's looking a lot better than what it was. Okay, so that, guys, is how you do it. If I just go to another layer, this background here, this part here, just going to use a brush tool, make it bigger like that. Change the opacity down to a soft light, and just erase the outsides of it. That's pretty good. And I might put a bit of a filter onto that, put a bit of noise because pixelate with the skin. So it matches a bit more. Yep, 4, that looks good. Alright, guys. Okay, guys, we've gone to that part. That's fine. Now we've got the head to go. That's the next part. Now what we're going to be doing, we're going to get a new layer. We're going to do the same thing again. We're going to get the pen tool. You know what? We might even just use the ellipse tool. I have to rotate the image so that it's perfectly like that. Get the ellipse tool. It's not going to work. We use the lasso tool. Do something like that. Or we just go back to the pen tool. So we just go back to the pen tool, that'd be the best thing. Anchor point in the middle, go around like that. Next side, anchor point in the middle, go down, and one like that. Up there, anchor point there, up one up like that. One in the middle, anchor point there, bring that over, and back to the beginning, anchor point in the middle, bring that over like that. A bit more rounded, more realistic, I suppose. Okay, right click, make selection, 2 radius, that's fine, that's good, that's what we want. Now what we're going to do here, we're going to fill that with the clone stamp tool. So we go back to the background image, and we've got to get an image of what would be continuing there. See that black pole that we've got there, we want to continue that. So we're going to hold in the option key, get a sample of that, and basically it'll be something like that there. Of course, we're going to get some of his hair in there. That's all right. Now this one would be about there. In between, it's obviously all these little colourful lights. So what we're going to do, we're going to bring the sides of the brush down, not too far down. And we're going to go like that. It's just to get rid of his hair that's in there. Keep on going like this, just to get rid of his hair. Okay. So it's looking good. Now while we've got the area selected, we can go select another area like this. And we want the light this time to come on this side. So we're going to get the pen tool again, new layer, up there, to there, like that, down there, another anchor point there, another point there, that'll do us, another anchor point, whoops, anchor point, hold down the control, right. Now we want the colour to be a sample of that. What are the brushes at the moment? Let's have a look at the brush tools, see what we're up to. One down, that last size. Right, we go back to the pen tool now. Right click to path, create path, yes, okay. Right, so we've got that there, that's good. That's looking good. We might just round off the bottom of it there. Is that there? A bit like that there. That's looking good. Now we're just going to go to another layer. We're going to do the same thing again on the other side, but it's going to be a darker one. Get that there, like that. Come down, like that. Right click, create stroke path. Okay, enter. Now the image, we could have just changed the color, but we're just going to change the brightness, bring that right down, and do that again. Brings it right down. Get the eraser tool, just raise it like that because we don't want it going all the way. You might just hold down the shift key, or do this, bring it down in size. Yep, that's looking good. Now we need to do his skin in the background. Yep. It's going to be like that. Put that there like that. Add a new layer and then drag this layer underneath that one. We're going to fill it with that color scheme. Yep. Looks good. Now this area here, we're just going to delete. No longer need it. A bit too big. What we're going to do is put the opacity down and put it back up again. We'll put this on top of that one. Put the opacity down. I'm just going to use the eraser tool here, just to erase around like that. Put the opacity back up again. And use the lasso tool to go around the edges. I'm just going to smooth this out so it goes out towards the ends. So what size paintbrush we've got here. Okay, bring it out to the ends. Actually, that part inside his head there is probably a bit too dark, but we can fix that up. There's no problems at all. I'm going back to front here with the head part, but we're getting the results we're after, guys. I'm just going to smooth that rough. It's too harsh. Right, now while we've got that like that, so he's got a hole in his head, decent sized hole, what we want. That's good. Select it with the marquee tool, new layer, get a black colour with the paintbrush, nice deep big size, fuzzy, and go, oh, too much, like that. That'll do us. That looks good. 8 pixels, we know that. Now, while I've got it like that, if you ever get to the stage where you haven't labelled your layers, you click on anything like that white. There it is there. It's black. That's that one there. And that is that one. Right. I'm just going to flatten that layer like that for a moment. We're going to get another colour picker of an area like that. And we're going to do this background here. So we're just going to go bang, bang, put an anchor point in the middle, and like that. And turn that into another layer, and then turn that into a stroke path. Yes. Oh, too big. Paintbrush. Go back to the paintbrush. See what we got for the paintbrush. What settings we got there. Very big. Okay. Now back to the pen tool. Right click. Stroke path. Yes. Yes. It's looking good. I'm going to rotate the image so we can work with this a lot better, easier and better. I'm going to zoom in. Now, what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to blend this in. Blend it a little bit more. I might even use a pen tool and just colour that back in. With this area, just going to colour sample. Okay. Get a nice decent size for this. Throw that in. Rotate it back out. Right. Going to use this dodge tool. Just going to lighten that area. And we'll just darken the top part. There. Alright guys, there's that guy. He's got holes all over him. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.